Good afternoon, this is Bob Iaccino coming to you from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago talking energy. Stock crude oil up 43 basis points today at about 65.23 on the close, but down 3.7% on the week. This was a very, very bad week for crude oil. We've now got 3 consecutive weeks of lower prices for crude oils, and 5 of the last 7 weeks have been lower. Crude oil definitely under quite a bit of pressure. Now, nothing changed when the Baker Hughes rig counts came out. There was an increase or decrease, I should say, or neither, I should say, of no rigs. There were 0 rigs increased this particular week. That follows a week of up 10. So that's unchanged basically in terms of the total number of rigs from last week. So it had no effect on prices going into the later end of the trading session. And now next week's probably pretty important for crude oil. Not only do we have the normal API, EIA, and of course Baker Hughes rig counts in toward the end of the week, but the next round of tariffs is coming into play next week. The discussion period for another some 18 billion in tariffs, moving up toward another 200 billion in tariffs, is over next week. That discussion period is over. So the implementation of those tariffs theoretically should go into effect, and that could actually bring a tariff to crude oil. Now, we're not really sure how that would affect crude oil prices. Obviously, the end user would pay more in the form of a tariff, but it could weaken demand and drop crude prices on the NYMEX here at the CME Group. So crude prices could be very volatile next week as those tariffs conversations continue. However, we do have the possibility of nothing happening given that low-level talks between the U.S. and China are to be set up next week. They're just having a discussion to set up more talks, but at least it is progress. By the way, NAFTA could be announced next week as well, which could have an effect because Mexico is talking about upping their crude production. And of course, we have constant dealings with the Canadian oil sands. This is Bob Iaccino talking crude oil prices up today, but down for the week from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago.